to take these like awkward fights that didn't really work out. This one is, in particular, I couldn't believe this. He gets like a full drain on Crystallize, and I'm just gonna look at Limp just dying to the Phantasm illusions. Yeah. Even though he's fully draining the CK, he still just dies just to those Phantasms. So the Razor really started to fall behind in this one.
Yeah, and at that point, Jakiro's dead as well.
I think this was the first global fight as well. Like they took the fight, but they got jumped first. Jakiro got initiated by the enemy team, and then they had to global to try and fight after. So they weren't really in a really good position. This one was like the silencer getting caught. I think this was after the Roche.
Yeah, by this point it was like very difficult. It seemed like for Complexity to do anything.
Like pretty much they couldn't really take very good initiatives in the fights. Their laning phase was okay. They had like a small lead, but after that, they weren't able to take any good fights, like fights on their terms. And Razor wasn't, he wasn't snowballing hard enough.
I felt like the fights were starting like we see the Jakiro pushing a tower, and they would start chasing the Jakiro because he's a very slow hero, and then Complexity would start running in with like 3 or 4 heroes, and it's just not how they want the fight to start. They need all 5 to be there at that moment when the global comes out. And
the synergy is not so good though. I think their heroes maybe like I think. When they want to use the global, it's also quite hard because the only way they can reliably start, it's not even reliable, the SB charging in. They don't have anything else to like stun, or try and force them to fight. The Sprout is not that reliable. He didn't even have Ice Puff until very late. He chose to max Dual Breath and Liquid Fire first.
Yeah, Suneko's Witch Doctor as well. I mean, they know that Complexity is going to group up. You throw a cast, and that group up is just useless.
The cask did work again this game. And I like to see that always just goes 4-0-4. He never gets the heal. That's his playstyle, just very aggressive, try to go for kills.
Yeah. And it worked out. I mean, they got that kill on the Spirit Break because of the Maledict level earlier on.
Still, like, it was so good with each other after watching the game. Because I actually felt good until the 4th pick. Until the Jakiro, Prophet, Spirit Breaker, and the Razor. It was still okay for me. But when they
liked his farming pattern, he always seemed to be at the fights as well with Phantasm up. I was, definitely.
Yeah, one thing we were talking about when we were watching the game, like when we watched Navi play previously, and then the other 2 guys would like TP on the side, they would connect to or run control rune and run to the mid lane. Or if the fight is in mid lane, like they will.
Which it normally was.
Yeah, they will always be at the same time.
In a game or whatever it was before this also helps a lot because you really start working on those like critical things, like critical teamwork, because that's what wins those games.
You can't practice that unless you have a game like that.
Unless you have a 90-minute game,
and it worked out.
I think that's the Navi early game, and they have to come up with a better lineup. If they want to go back with the same, give Enchant and go back with the same Prophet SB, they need to pick better heroes to pair with that.
Yeah, I think
he had it before, but he gets it again. He plays that hero so well, and they play around it so well that
I think he
it's
just
fair.
Poured in, Spirit Breaker comes in, and then that's where Crystallize is able to just sit there and farm and be that monster that we saw him become.
I mean, even though he was dying in the exchange, but he made the Razor poor, and Razor is like similar to later on.
Worthless,
And then they can't really do much either. They have to be tanky. They have to go on the forefront.
They have to be ahead.
They have to be ahead to be able to actually have a big impact on the game and make their way to the playoffs on Sunday. We're going to have a short break, but when we're back, we're here for Game 2, so stay tuned.
World Electronic Sports Games returns with a history of esports. Dota 2, Hearthstone, CSGO, StarCraft 2, and $5.5 million at stake. European finals will be held right now.
Nothing feels like home.
Welcome back to the StarLadder I-League Invitational, brought to you by Twitch, the largest live video platform in the world. And we are in Na'Vi is on the way to doing it. They have taken one game off of Complexity and they are looking to take a second, although obviously Complexity is going to try to not have that happen here with Winter and Fogged. And we are going to break down. You already mentioned Enchantress, Rogers Enchantress. Yeah. Let's get that banned. He's too good.
I think either ban it, or I think what Winter suggested in the pre-game before the first game started is the Chen focus.
They have a different way of approaching the Ench in the first game. Like I mentioned, the opening, the SB and Furan. That's what they have the idea. Help mid, when the Ench gank, you have two heroes that can go there, so you don't really need a counter pick towards the Ench directly like a Chen or something else.
Well, they tried that. It didn't work out. So they gotta go for the
I know. I think it actually worked out fine.
You think so?
It was just the other, like the early game was okay. It was like go so well.
Okay.
I don't know. I think.
That's fair enough. We do have the IO banned again, by the way.
Yeah, I think they can actually do the same thing against the Ench and just have different heroes to pair with. So Shaker goes with Chen, right? Every game that they pick the Shaker.
That's what it has been, and Na'Vi goes for it.
This is a Pugna team, you know.
Yep. I love me some Pugna. I'm fine with this.
That's the question, you know.
Well,
I think so. I think that they will. I don't think Z-Freak wants. He wants to be able to play his game, and I think Enchantress throws him off. Like it'll just throw off the Chen game.
Yeah, you mentioned that Enchantress was better than the Chen, or not convincing enough.
Maybe they won't care, because Enchantress, even if you have like at one point you're not able to deal with like a push lineup like that Complexity runs with this Chen.
Yeah, it really depends on how they want to play the Chen without banning the Ench. Or even bait them like on purpose, give them the Ench, so you have like you have a plan against the Ench, and you just let them get it.
They got rid of it.
They got rid of it. GG.
You can take Ancients. Like if you get your talent, if you get there at that point, you can actually take the Ags Ancients from the Chen. But that's way later on, and it's more about the early game, of course, for the Enchantress. But yeah, they don't important part of the plan.
The other thing they need to look at in the draft is like they probably need like a hero that can kill the Pugna in the fights. What we saw from Secret previously, they picked like Clockwork.
Force staffing, it was great to see. I like seeing that teamwork.
I'm just thinking about like you want to have like a hero that can actually kill the Pugna in the fights.
Yeah.
I know Tiny does that well, but
used to see the combo with Night Stalker all the time. But that hero is very. It seems like it's
iffy, you know.
It's very hit or miss, and when it misses, it really misses.
You know, but the thing is, like, if you build like make sure he doesn't gank and ruin your lanes, and
surely
you're helping your lanes by default because you have the aura. You're giving them the aura, and Chen has to make a kill happen for him to.
As simple as you bait out the Crystal Maiden TP once, and then you just go to a different lane from where she is, and she's so slow she can't do anything.
Yeah, kind of. You can do it that way, but this is what Call has been doing in the previous series. They have
them here versus the Night Stalker with Beastmaster, and in my opinion, I actually think this is Moo's best hero, the Beastmaster.
I mean, it's somewhat NS counters the vision.
Yeah,
he
does. Yeah, he does a bit.
But the way you play as a team with the Beastmaster counters the Night Stalker.
Yeah.
They're gonna need a lot of wave clear right now for Na'Vi, so wave clear.
They have the CM too, which is gonna help them.
I mean, if they want to go back for Lina, CM Lina, something that IG popularized a lot, feel that Danny plays it too.
I've only seen Crystallize play it, but that being said, you know, they can definitely switch it up.
Yeah, but judging by the way they've been picking in the previous series, games,
Sniper great against the Pugna board.
Oh, this is a really good pick against Pugna.
I like this pick too versus Necro, because you stay all the way in the back lines, and they already have this, you know, Beastmaster and Chen creeps and everything. He looks so little.
I mean, he's a dwarf.
He's a dwarf, but look at him, dude.
Beastmaster is also standing in the middle slot, and they are standing a little bit in a V, so he's a bit bigger in comparison.
What? Is that how he works?
Yeah, the middle slot's the big. I think the Clink span is pretty straightforward to not let the Chen eat the creeps and always have the ulti. It's also very good at dealing with those kind of like push lineups where you can just pick people off if they do split up.
What about CK ban?
Pick CK, and CK is very like situational, but I guess they are a team that just rates the hero pretty highly. They pick the hero often and they ban it.
Because it is Limp playing Sniper, right?
Yeah.
And then
for Chessie last.
Brewmaster.
They're gonna need like some more team fight control,
I've seen them do it in like a similar kind of strategy with this, and the purge that you get from the brew.
Big team fight ultimate.
It's different.
To work around.
Yeah, and it's also like the safe lane.
But it works well with their lineup though. That's the important thing. Like last game, I don't think their lineup works really well too much. But if they actually go for the brew, I think their lineup actually
So it is going to be Bloodseeker.
Okay.
Oh, this is okay.
This is cool too.
Quite good against the Necro. Oh, they pick instant.
Instant
Whoa,
Queen
okay.
of Pain pick.
No hesitation there.
Because Quap has a...
Swapping.
Nah, no way.
Dendy
Dendy CM?
No.
He played Asian Operation earlier
Nah,
today.
they're just screwing around. Quite sure it's not happening.
I mean, I would like to ask you guys one word you have, and it should be a team name.
I actually like Call more this time.
There's not one word, but complexity, sure. What are you going for?
Complexity.
All right, we got two complexity.
Some truly disgusting North American bias happening here on the panel, but here our casters, we're going to be tried and true even between these two teams, Complexity and
Cities. I think that if they do win, it's on the back
So you also
of
have the NA bias.
this
Okay.
Earthshaker and Chen. Honestly, I have so much bias. I only want to see the team that eventually wins win.
Swapperoos. It's going to be General playing the Pugna, offlane Pugna as expected. Mid,
Oh.
Dendy, Queen of
Kyle.
Pain. Kyle is going to start backing
got
himself
boots.
away. He'll be good. He'll be good.
Yep.
No problems here. Gonna lose all your
The second shrapnel charge is the real GG one. Oh no, he did!
He threw it
Oh,
out
he
and he missed! Well, Roger, you only have one tango, but can he through that? We have no more shrapnel charges for Lim. So.
That's true. That sucks. As like a somebody who dabbles, might even call me an enthusiast of sniper.
That's supposed to be kind of
Yeah,
your...
you're supposed to shrapnel back, but now he doesn't have that option.
Yeah. So maybe Complexity, maybe Z-Free's going to have to help him out in the beginning, especially since Roger's going to be camping up mid. And
up at top,
harassment.
Moo versus Crystallize, as Moo just is straight up right-clicking him, and he is winning this battle right now as Crystallize has that Heartstopper aura. Thought he was going to win this lane. Moo completely zoning him 67 base damage. Get on that.
It's not like he can even regen up off of last seen creeps.
Yeah. And up at top, Seneko going to TP in as the creep comes at bottom lane. Chessie, I don't actually think that he loses this matchup. I'm pretty sure that Bloodseeker does fine. Bloodseeker is one of the best heroes.
Lim?
Should be okay though. Limp, don't commit that second shrapnel.
Gotta keep it for the defense.
It's only level 1 shrapnel, dude. It's not as
Really?
useful as you think.
Yeah, it doesn't do that much damage.
Because First Blood still sucks, but forcing the sniper to use all 3 shrapnel charges really kind of tilted this lane in Dendy's favor, although now he's got level 3, faster. So
Oh,
that's
did he?
2 Frostbites committed for nothing, but Seneko has his aura, and he's got a lot of clarity.
Oh, if
stacked
only
up.
that was a better creep, but they are going to slow him down with the Tornado as well as the nuke out.
If your other lanes are going poorly, it exacerbates things further.
Yeah.
You're just like, guys, just don't
Stop
lose
taking
health.
damage. Dendy, why are you sitting in mid lane so low? He's going to pop the healing self.
Everyone stay at full health.
Of course,
That's
that's
aggravating.
something that Crystallize should be able to do constantly.
Yeah.
As now he's getting those levels in, as you said, should be able to start beating out the Beastmaster about now.
Dual lane mid, by the way, has not been that successful
No.
for Na'Vi.
Gone on, but a beautiful turnaround using the
Crystallize,
Centaur, and
he
they're going to
doesn't
be
have
able to
Ghost
just
Shroud.
run
I think
down
he's going down again.
Crystallize. He's dead. Seneko actually
Seneko
still trying to go for
TP's out.
Z-Freak, but bottom lane looks like with the extra movement speed, they try to go on General.
This is the hero I think that Kyle is by far most comfortable with, so Na'Vi had to have had an idea of how to play against it, and so their answer is to go for this Necrolite and this Crystal per se, but it's really good against the Chen. I kind of want to know why they decided to ban what they did. They banned Io, which makes sense,
Sure.
but then they banned the Visage.
Yeah.
But last game they didn't, and so they in favor of Complexity. I wanted to see Havos's like notebook. He just had, we briefly saw it as he walked by, and there's just tons of stuff on it.
You know who also briefly walked by?
Who?
The death. Oh, but he does have a Centaur and Hellbear, but looks like he didn't really snag
Oh, he wants to
Seneko with
fight.
that one. He's still going to try and get the counter kill here. He
got
knows
a
he can't
stun.
simply run himself away. Misses the stun onto Seneko, gets it onto Roger, though. May not be able to get that kill on Seneko.
Chessie just runs at him.
Yeah.
But the downside is that Pugna is very fast. With a Windlace and Boots of Speed, believe it or not, he has 400 move speed.
And he can no follow-up to Sables, and Night Stalker has a lot of armor, so he's always good with tower diving.
Yeah, and at bottom, General gonna get gone on. There are low heroes. He is silenced up, but Chessie misses on that.
It's a 31-2.
They've done a very good job, though, at keeping him controlled. The
Yeah.
ganks They are utilizing the fact that he didn't have any levels of the growth shot early, which is very common, but still very punishable. As that
Yeah, that was fantastic.
he even sends his creep back to base, and it's barely going to heal it in time.
Oh, what is this wrap coming in? Earthshaker from behind, blocks in the Crystal Maiden, Seneko. He's going to be booed. That's for Na'Vi.
Dendy going to TP though, senses some danger. Kyle gets a stun off though.
Dendy does
got
have
blink.
a blink up, so this shouldn't be a problem whatsoever.
Yeah,
But-
and he's going to run back to base with no shrine.
Yeah.
Even going to pop the silence. Just trying to secure that range. And he's probably going to pull this lane.
That's one of the big...
Last game, just because I felt like last game they were very pigeonholed into one style of play.
Yeah.
And Na'Vi was able to keep up. And after a certain point, the game was just over. But in this game,
Not having better...
and you can't take bad fights. It's just too many things that you have to do to succeed with that kind of lineup. But this game, a lot easier for them. Better cores overall. They get to scale. They've got this early game push as well. Very
more of a lead, but is this okay, right? They have like near top 2 CS, Bloodseeker and oh, Moo actually thinking about going for this one.
might be a little
Seneko
bit deep.
actually going to turn for the Pugnet set. That's a better kill. Good aid.
Here comes the chat wheels.
Yep.
You need
So-
to do it. It's a morale thing.
I was going to say it's all fine and well good. Bloodseeker
Yes.
and Beastmaster doing well in their side lanes, but
Surprisingly have pretty greedy picks overall. They don't really have heroes that can really move around too much aside from this Earthshaker, but he's got to get levels himself. That's why he's just sitting mid. Chessie, for the most part, has just been left alone bottom. What to
Yeah.
do with even a little bit of space here. As Na'Vi, they really want this bottom tier 1, and Chessie finally going to get gone on for the first time this game, but he senses something is up, or does he?
they have the Invis kill anyway, since they had the backup of Dendy as well as Crystallize. Jeez, I didn't even see Crystallize made his way down here as well.
Everyone came for that one as
Oh.
Moo, meanwhile, takes that tier 1 up at top. He's even pressuring this tier 1. See them leave as well. The line even being drawn, saying, you should have saw this coming as
Fast
up at
kill.
top, Roar.
Oh, but the heal's not enough.
You have to run for Moo right now. He's so strong. The double bore, even the net committed for this.
Oh,
Was so crazy good. He's got 6,300 net worth right now. He's got a 4-staff, a Helm of Dom, Medallion of Courage, and it's 11 minutes. That is so unbelievable. Shrine is available. Z-Freak gonna pop it for his creep's sake. Creep lives. You need to keep him alive. You have to get really close to you, Scream of Pain. But it's alright. She's got a Veil of Discord, so she can help the other heroes out too.
Crystal Main's probably one of the better supports to be able to do it from a
Yeah.
high position.
I would like her to be able to level the Crystal Nova this Crystallize, but it's slowly dying to the Heartstopper aura. What a sad life. As bottom tier 1 gonna get taken out.
No contest. Oh man, with Bloodseeker, that's the thing. This up, because this hero pushes towers so fast.
Yeah, this is by far the most absurd farm I've seen on a Beastmaster, by the way. He's 7-0-1. He's taken 2 towers completely by himself, by the way. So
Yeah.
bottom tower did go to Chessie, but still,
Whose
that's
hand
money
of
in the
Midas
bank
is
for him.
that? They got a hand of Midas on the courier.
That's
Oh, Chen.
definitely Z-Freaks.
Okay.
He went
that makes sense.
Gloves of Haste. He's been doing this every game.
Yeah, his Chen, every game he's been.
3-man smoke. They need this kill.
Okay.
Moo. He's going to
Smoke
spot
is
this coming in.
popped.
Here's
He's
the
gonna turn
roar.
around, stun up the Crystal Maiden, try and get out with the Fissure blocking them in as well. They actually get so much damage, and General couldn't do nothing to be able to stop.
Even if they
Complexity
went on
from being able to
Moo,
run
he's got a
themselves away.
4-staff. He doesn't die very easily as Na'Vi has rotated their entire team. This might not be a fight that you want to take as Rupture is popped onto Roger.
Roger cannot run himself far enough away. He's going to be assassinated here. Limp finally comes into the battle. First thing he does is pick up a much-needed kill to bolster his net worth. His allies are definitely doing just fine. He just needed a bit of recovery, and he's about to get some. Not just the kill, but also potential tower net worth as well.
Dendy's got to play a similar game as he did last game. Try to avoid these early skirmishes. They feel like they can defend these tier towers, but they simply can't. This Beastmaster's way too huge.
Complexity wrapping behind mid lane instead of going for that bottom tier 2 straight up. Now Limp's going to be kind of gone on here. Kyle.
He's going to commit the...
Dropping lower and lower, does manage to get the ghost shot out with the TP. Should be good as Kyle just doesn't have the stun available.
Still in the back line, Seneko does go down. This bottom tier 2 is getting pinged out. Look at the complete vision that they have because they took the bottom tier 1 and the mid tier 1. This is what it affords you. You get complete control of this jungle. Now Na'Vi have to play the opposite side of the map, do a little bit of a mirror movement because they absolutely cannot fight this Beastmaster.
He's going to get drums next.
He is...
We're getting to that point where if you lose any sort of team fight, tier 3s are going to drop so quickly.
He committed the TP for that, but Z-Freak
Nice
gonna get
snatch
out.
there. Uses the troll to be able to snatch Roger, keeping him from being able to void and stop Chen's TP out.
And at the same time, he TPs Moo back, and Moo just gonna TP mid.
Carefree pushes. It's been a while since we saw the use of Chen so aggressively and being able to get free pushes onto towers.
Yes.
Sending allies back.
But Moo wrapping around. Doesn't see Crystallized. They do have this ward up though, and he feels so powerful right now. With that boar and that centaur available and a force staff, he's going to start making the move down. He sees him with the ward, trying to commit, but doesn't quite get him. As Complexity, they're all playing in this jungle area, right where they have wards. Very smart of them as Na'Vi trying to pressure tier 1s, but they have to largely avoid these fights still. Not quite powerful enough yet.
Crystal Main kind of taking a break here at the top lane, trying to shove things out, alleviate some of the pressure on the map as they're just being cut all over the place. I mean, the fact that Moo can even do that, right? Stand right in front of the tier 3 area and cut a creep wave.
Yeah, he has no fear right now. With the force staff, he's like, you guys don't have enough control for me. And I've got a lot of health, a lot of armor on myself as well. 14 armor, has a Drums of Endurance completed up too. Just continues to snowball as at bottom Crystallize.
He's got Dendi here.
Oh, he misses though.
So they're going to try and turn and fight this one. It looks like they could get an easy kill onto Kyle, bring him down with the Reaper Sight. That's going to help out a lot. Limp is here now, but they don't have a stun to be able to stop Dendi, so they're both going to be able to escape.
Yeah, the down here. And now he's got to shove out top, and Dendi playing the correct role again. He's doing these little hit and run moves, which he absolutely needs to do. You've got to snowball on this Queen of Pain if you stand a chance. And you've got to continue to split Complexity around the map, because Complexity, they want to get into a 5-man fight, and Na'Vi are very smartly denying them that opportunity.
It feels like in both game 1 and 2, like Na'Vi adapted really well
Yes.
to the initial pace that Complexity tried to set, and we're kind of seeing that now. Then it's Na'Vi beginning to stay more away from Complexity, forcing them in certain situations, defend towers.
Yeah.
The sniper kill that they got mid, now that bottom lane.
The question was...
Ooh, a catch on a Moo maybe. That force
this
staff
would
may
be
not be
huge.
able to save him here. Crystalline's going to wrap around from behind. He does not have Reaper Sight up yet.
Dendi's
so
making his
need
way
a
up,
lot
though.
more nukes. Dendi's going to be able to slow him down, plus the Ghost Shroud.
That is a huge kill as
776 gold.
Complexity right now, they're shoving in, showing all 3 cores on the map right now. A little bit dangerous to do that because Na'Vi, they capitalize. Even with no ward vision up there, they make that move. They're saying to themselves, guys, we can't let Moo just shove in this lane by himself every single time. We've got to make a full commitment for that. And all of a sudden, Dendi, playing that playstyle very well, running while pushing in waves, forcing Complexity to actually be the ones to have to react, is all of a sudden the king of the net worth.
Na'Vi have to be getting close to that fighting time, right? I feel like their lineup does look pretty good about 20 minutes. Can they 5-man fight yet?
I'm not sure. They don't have that big AoE stun control.
Yeah.
Their team fight is pretty good because they've got this Pugna, Queen of Pain, Necro. None of these heroes die very easily, but at the same time, do you really want to risk it? This playstyle right now, benefiting you. Your Necro just continues to farm. He's getting pretty huge. He's got a Rod of Atos. Radiance is queued up.
So their 5-on-5 is going to come more down to defending objectives rather than aggressively forcing
Yeah, I think
it
they can
at
play
any time.
pretty simple. Because
That
Complexity,
is-
they just keep 5-manning, and when they do split up, Na'Vi doing a very good job of punishing. But this Roshan, very well done by Cole.
I feel like this is an objective that Complexity could have taken a lot earlier. I know it's 18 minutes. That sounds very early, but...
Especially with the top tier 2 taken, it's hard for Na'Vi to rotate around that area. And that bottom tier 2, as soon as you send any heroes down there, you shove it out, Na'Vi's forced to respond, you just walk in with a Bloodseeker. You do it very quickly, but still a good move.
See what they can do with that Aegis. See if they can get enough map control to maybe take that mid-tier 2.
They just want to farm right now.
Limp potentially going to be caught here? No. Na'Vi are going to give up on that.
Yeah.
Too many heroes off map. They feel kind of scared.
Moo is directly under a tower right now. They see that Limp is by himself. They're going to make the move right now as General going to silence him up, and this should be a kill.
He still does not have the Force Staff. be able to get himself out of these situations. So Limp is going to be easy
They're
kill.
both
Move
just TPing
might
out.
just be able to catch someone. Nope, both TP successful again.
And right now, the main issue there is that this ward right here spotted everything as they started going in. And now they might even lose mid-tier 1 tower. This is not what's supposed to happen with the team with Aegis. As Crystallize TPing in, here's the force.
So at least they punish him. Tier 1 tower, I don't know, probably going to be denied at this point in time. Yeah.
That was their first kill in quite a bit. As Seneko
I love it.
TPs. I mean, you might as well. They're not stopping you. That's a catapult, 2 purple dudes, and a Hellbear Smasher.
Dendy gonna spot Kyle here coming up. He's got an Orchid, so this should be a pretty easy kill for him. Kyle
Another
turns,
pick off.
does whatever damage he can, but he knows he's dead.
And this is Dendy's role in the game right now, to just be this hitman, walk around the map, create space, push in the waves at all times. Navi's done a very good job of that. Seneko committing that ulti up at top. He realizes the importance of shoving at these lanes. It's what's allowing Dendy to make these plays. As a lot of those creeps go down to Dendy.
So
and
Will,
he's
what
just
do
playing.
what do you do? You're being run all over the map, right? You're having a hard time keeping up with what the enemy's doing. You're getting picked apart as you try and address each one of these split pushes. Do you ever say enough is enough and you just 5-man into a lane?
For the most part, you want to avoid that situation. We've talked about it before, just going for the straight-up 5-man as soon as you have Aegis. Normally with the Aegis, into a position where you desperation 5-man and this Queen of Pain does what he's doing right now. But the problem right now is that Complexity, even with this Aegis and all this map control, they still don't feel very safe on the map. Na'Vi has done a very good job of warding. Look at how deep the wards are. They're going to spot everything right now. They see both the supports. And that's just courtesy of Seneko. When he shoved in that top lane, he made sure that he got these wards down. And Complexity are completely missing on the vision game right now. They've only got this one ward down. And that's very surprising considering the type of lead that they had early on.
Yeah.
That is the hidden impact that you don't quite see. And freshly placed ward. That's so huge as a 5-position CM when you just de-ward everything. And if you notice the ward that Kyle just barely misses, if you click the sentry, it's barely out of vision.
We're currently talking about the one that's sitting on the shrine, as you can probably see on the
You guys
map.
probably can't see that, but it's actually right on the lip of it.
Yeah. So what is the solution? You don't want a 5-man. You want to get control. We go for a smoke gank, see if we can get an important pickoff, like, say, on Dendy, perhaps. He blinks himself away. Moo, not going to be able to spot him in time to get the roll.
About it. Maybe he has to commit to something like a Shadow Blade so he can get in on Dendy.
Sure. A gem would not be a bad choice from Complexity right now.
Yeah,
From our position, knowing how effective these wards have been.
You notice Roger's build too. He went for the Helm of Dom so that he could continue to push in these waves with this Centaur that he has. Also help out Crystallize in case anything happens.
You grab Chen creeps as well.
Yes,
during some
sir.
of these fights.
As top being shoved in, but Dendy once again there to pick up all the solo XP.
And
We're
they
gonna TP out.
Deep Freak tries to heal him. Won't be able to save him.
Oh, another kill.
Somewhere near the mid lane, but Na'Vi definitely picking up the bigger bounty here. 2 kills, one of which is the very easy to kill.
It was like a 5k gold
Sniper.
lead. Now it's down to 2. And Moo, his farm was unbelievable at 13 minutes, but he hasn't really item progressed past that point as Chessie finally going to say, guys, I've got the Aegis. We didn't want a 5-man earlier, but now we have to. Na'Vi shoving in bottom, simultaneously shoving in top. Everyone getting so much golden experience right now. And Complexity, they look a little bit lost. They're going to smoke up and go for the long play. It's going to be huge for them as they do. Crystallize going to get out. General, maybe blast one more time, TP out.
He's got some Chen creeps hanging around.
This has got to be so frustrating for Complexity right now. Look at Navi's cores. They're waiting for somebody to show on the map, and as soon as somebody does, Dendy will blink out of the trees, or General will blink out of the trees.
Smoke pops, blink, TP away. He was sitting in that trees to make sure he forced somebody
Now
all
Dendy
the way to
will
that right
push
side
out
of the
top.
map.
Because he feels very comfortable right now. He's like, guys, I can play whatever game I want right now. I'm a Queen of Pain. I'm pretty much invincible. Here I go.
It's still a sniper, right? It's still a sniper with a Bloodseeker, too. That's all the more dangerous.
Yeah, they've got
Juno.
He might just die again. 1-4-1. Score gets even worse here if Seneko catches him. He does. They're going to blow him up.
Toast and a Reaper Scythe to bring him down. Now, the rest of Complexity are coming in from behind. Now, Kai's going to lead things off. He's
He's got a haste.
not going to be able to get him. Looks like it's going to be Roger instead.
Oh, Roger whiffs.
Oh, oh, oh! Nice dodge of the Fisher there.
Everyone's just getting out now from Na'Vi.
Oh, no way! Well played.
The big
1,000 gold lead now for Complexity. Had a bigger lead earlier on in the game. It's kind of dwindling.
Na'Vi right now is playing with impunity. They are doing whatever they want in all of the lanes. They're shoving in things constantly, and as pickoffs happen, you're not really certain where the wards are. You're not sure how they got them down as general. At top, Z-Freak doesn't have a Force Staff. Earthshaker's TPing in. He's pretty tanky, though.
With him being able to have Blink and someone else with a Rod of Atos, Navi's kill attempt.
Yeah, and Chen does have the Midas now. Quite a big power spike for him. But at the same time, I think Na'Vi might just go to...
the Aghanims?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Already given it a hefty push.
Yeah.
And Na'Vi are losing that map control once again. With the Radiance, the Blink Dagger, this Aghanim Scepter, a lot of item timings came up for Complexity recently.
Yeah. As a result of that top heroes, you've got this Pugna with Blink Dagger trying to mirror what Dendi's doing, but he's not as big of a threat because he can't kill as easily as this Queen of Pain can.
Am I a fool worrying for Na'Vi a little bit about the fact
should be this Beastmaster plus this Bloodseeker who's very strong, this Earthshaker who will eventually get Dagger. Probably the latest that I've seen Kyle get it in quite some time, though.
Oh, yeah, jeez, it's 27.5.
Given the last hit, guys.
He needs it.
All right, Chessie still takes the Aegis, and Centaur comes in.
Got him.
Immediately gets denied out as...
My Moose got it with a Force Staff to be able to stop that one. Managed to get the roar down. The follow-up.
You need the
Fisher
Echo.
is there, but they need the Echo, and he just can't quite get there. Run himself away. Blink out, TP, he's good. Thank good.
It's not for a lack of want. He just couldn't get it, man. At bottom, tower gonna get taken. And yeah, there's nothing for them really to protect except that tier 3. But I doubt Complexity continues to push in for that.
Kyle, he's thinking, ooh, juicy farm, pushing into my tier 3. Someone's got to take it, guys.
Don't do it.
Someone's got to. They are coming in force. They've TP'd 2, and another 2 are wrapping around behind. Seeing if they could still take this fight. I would not be too confident, though, if I was Complexity. Or yeah, it looks like everyone.
Really work for it.
Kind of a guerrilla warfare style.
Yeah.
Hit and run.
They're doing a really good job of it. I mean, they just dived at tier 3 for an Earthshaker who is dirt. Gonna try to shove in top with his creeps, but immediately loses the Wolf, and even the Hellbear Smasher doesn't go down.
BKB for the Beastmaster.
He feels pretty good. I really like this gem pickup, by the way. They were losing really hard in the Vision game, and as soon as he picked it up, he was able to clear a lot of those deep wards that Na'Vi place when they do this lane shove.
Oh, it was enough? I thought it wasn't enough.
Dude, Pugna does 125 damage a hit.
Damn. Go you, Pugna. You undead baby, you.
Is that what he is?
Yeah.
We've got Aegis Cheese. This is normally the timing for going for high ground, but you're playing against a lot of heroes that spam a lot. But they do have a Bloodseeker and a Sniper, and they're done with this. They're saying, guys, we're going to group up.
Now that you're going to have to defend against.
Yeah, and the gold lead, 6K just seconds ago.
I mean, look at that.
Now
That Sniper,
3K.
he may be poor, but the Bloodlust is allowing him to do a whole lot more damage to that tower and his team.
I'm not sure. This is pretty complicated for them. Z-Freak going to make his way down there. Had to shove out top. He's going to TP his creeps in as well to help with this assault, and tower goes down. Na'Vi, Stewart. They're going to go for the Shrine instead. Much better decision.
Safe play, right?
It's gold.
Gold.
You need gold. Kyle, get him gold.
I can't think of the last time that he's taken that tier 3, playing it safe, backing it up, taking the shrines.
I just
Why
felt like
not?
they were going to
It's
go
free
for that
money.
because they shoved in the top lane as well.
Yeah.
And they felt pretty comfortable. They still had the Aegis too. That's the
Look at
main
these
thing.
dragons go crazy.
It's just because Na'Vi mainly does magic damage.
Yeah. Smoke up here from Na'Vi.
Please let the Earthshaker get
Run into the right jungle. Catch that Earthshaker.
You don't know
Flex
that.
You're grouped up.
Kyle.
Kyle, don't go to the offlane jungle. It's not safe there.
Oh, if he did. I'm on Kyle watch right now. I mean, I guess Limp's BKB is important, but
I feel like the Blink Dagger is just a little bit more impactful.
it's honestly fine. 20
Okay.
seconds.
Hey. All right. Blink Dagger, BKB for a Sniper, BKB for the Beastmaster. How do you kill things as Na'Vi? You have to get the jump on the enemy team, but you don't have a strong
Yeah.
initiator. These guys. Watch out for Kyle, y'all.
The ability to start the fight in Dota is so important. When you get to just immediately jump in, the other team has no time to react. They're able to play this style where they go around the map. It's hard to kill Dendi, but it doesn't really matter if they can just 5-man like this.
Literally,
no
their
Aegis this
only
time, though.
stun is Reaper's Sight. You know, it's not like you can void. That's just BKB immediately after. Seneko dives in there. Just
They need to be able to deward those. It's really important. Otherwise, the sniper just gets free pot shots on this.
Yeah. Decrepify, try and slow him down. They're also trying to get an easy kill. No commitment whatsoever from Na'Vi or from Complexity.
They had to use a Rupture for that, but they don't really care. They're going to get this Rax for free. Crystallize, even getting low. Here's the
there
Echo.
Goes. He pops a Ghost Shot immediately.
Na'Vi have to be careful about committing for this fight.
There's still so much left for Complexity. They could just keep going.
Yeah. They've got a 10K gold lead now. Much cleaner game from them. With the help of a little bit...
Hack so fast with the Beastmaster Aura. And then he's got a ton of attack damage thanks to the Beastmaster. Okay, Dendi's going to jump right in. He's got his
is your
BKB,
initiation.
and he's got the Lincolns. He's trying to initiate
low,
for
though.
his team. Reaper Scythe coming out, but a Chen setback, actually. Looks like he may run down any hero he possibly can.
There's the stun, he's dead.
Kyle managed to finish him off with the Enchant Totem. He's still running himself away. Now Chessie's back into the fight. He's got his Radiance, and all these heroes are so low. Sniper's just taking his time, lining them up. Na'Vi call it.
That send back from Z-Freak onto the
Clutch.
Bloodseeker.
Woo.
Oh my.
I mean, they probably still would have won that team fight, but it was a nice little...
That really capped. It was a scrappy win for them. Complexity, they needed a win like this.
Yep. It felt very draft-based on both sides. And we've been kind of saying this on the panel. I don't know. I, at least, was leaning heavily towards draft being the answer to most of these games.
Yeah, in this game, it was a little bit weird just because Na'Vi, they didn't have that control factor.
Yep.
But on top of that, they didn't really win the laning phase too, so they weren't able to snowball. They did take that top fight, they killed Dendi, reset the map, get that gem on that Beastmaster, and pick up where they left off.
So what do you think about the banning situation? Do we ban the Earthshaker again from Na'Vi, maybe leave out that Visage?
Complexity.
All right, well, that's why I posed to the panel. A question to you. What do we do for Na'Vi when it comes to those 1-2 bans?
For the second time today, faction, there was a Beastmaster on top of the net worth for, I think, basically the entire game, Winter.
Beastmaster having the opportunity to kill quick buy BK heroes in this matchup.
Yeah, definitely. I think maybe next time either we'll see the Chen banned out or we'll see the Enchantress priority picked probably in the first two. Because Pugna in this one, he really suffered. You saw his laning phase, he missions from the Shaker. But man, Moo's Beastmaster though. I was like, kind of like saying it right before the game that I love him playing that hero. I think it's his best actually played hero. Yeah. Especially because, you know, I guess I could say I had a little bit of gold. You know, we've seen other players, you rush like Necrobook, etc. He just does this Dominator, Medallion, 4-staff build. He just constantly pushes down lanes. It's really damn good.
This team is like a drums team, yeah?
Frog, you said, how can we go against a team that has Necrophos and a Pugna?
I was saying that when we went up there,
yeah.
But you know, they did go for 3 cores that are int cores. So even as the game goes later and later, you know, these int cores, they have been the high ground. This lineup can literally hold the high ground forever. Sniper, Bloodseeker, the later it gets, the more shrapnels, the more blood right spams. And with Beastmaster, I think it's just so hard for them to really push their advantage.
They don't fight very well against Complexity's overall game plan. Like when they group up and they're really strong with the Chen, Beastmaster. And when you don't have like solid team fight, it's pretty difficult for you to like fight into. And you have an NS though, and they picked NS, CM, and all these heroes that are really good at taking small fights, like small skirmish, but not really very good at taking big head-on fights, you know.
Yeah. This was a great start for Na'Vi, by the way. Wasting a lot of time there for people.
But look at this, Moo's like diving past the tier 2s. It's 10 minutes in. Look at this Seneko as well. It's struggling. And he just kills 2 people by himself there. It's
Easy.
pretty ridiculous to see. You look at the net worth chart and look at the way this Beastmaster is in comparison to the Pugna and Necro. Sitting a full 3,000 ahead of these two heroes.
Yeah, then he was able to keep up as the only one from Na'Vi. Towards the end,
Yeah.
it gets a little bit more even, of course, but definitely this early game was, it was all complexity.
Yeah, I mean, Z-Freak's Chen, we were just saying it, that guy is a monster on this hero. His sendbacks this game were ridiculous. I think there was, what, 4
Send back and
situations?
TP out?
Yeah, the send back
He
and
doesn't
TP out,
even
like
die?
4 times. And he bought a raindrop on Chen. I haven't seen like many, I don't think I've ever seen a Chen build a raindrop. That raindrop saved him, I think, 2 or 3 times. Look at that send back there. Gets it perfect timing on the Bloodseeker when he's getting Necro ulted. And he gets, I mean, the impact that he had was unbelievable.
Yeah, and that's impressive as well, because Necro Ultimate, basically for Na'Vi, was the only lockdown they kind of had.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking CM against the Chen
Frostbite.
Yeah.
today, and both games resulted in a loss.
Not a fan of the hero right now, to be honest. He really struggles, but yeah, look at this move.
Yeah.
90% kill participation, his hero damage, the level 23, that early. What do you
Hero.
think that would be?
Guess the
Guess
hero.
the hero, right?
Not
Beastmaster.
No.
Actually, who would I?
Who
I
would
don't
you
know.
think would
Who
build
would
that,
actually
right?
get? Who would actually get Helm drums?
I mean, he
I don't know.
immediately.
Oh, would not be great. No, he played a really good game.
Yeah,
We have to say though, I mean, his team allowed him to play that really good game.
of course.
We already mentioned Z-Freak, but the rest definitely.
There's gonna be a first phase Chen and a first phase Ench.
Yep.
If it's
Yeah.
not banned.
Oh, if it's not banned. I think this time they won't ban the Visage, and that might be where Complexity tries to take that one
Yeah.
up. But yeah, it seems like Complexity kind of knows how to play.
I
versus
think because somewhat like fits their overall like lineup more, and the Chen and Enchantress. These two heroes is just way too important in this series. For these two teams.
Yeah.
I also think the like, you know, there's
They don't have front line. They don't have front line this
They have
time.
no front line. They have
Yeah.
no disables, so you can't really like keep that kind of drain going. You don't have that
Yeah.
protection for the Pugna. He just gets ran at and kind of.
They don't have enough team fight. That's why
Yeah.
I talk about like team fight to protect him in the clash. If you don't actually give him enough like barrier in front, he just can't do damage in the fights. He's just
Yeah.
gonna die.
And he did die quite a few times, unfortunately, for him.
It wasn't like anything was great, like the Nether Ward versus anything. But that's, you know, they picked it so early.
Yeah.
That
and you're gonna run into
Complexity
that.
just adjust. They're just like, okay, we're gonna pick some strength, some agi, some strength, some agi that don't really care about this.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what we saw kind of happen.
They have the answer indeed. We're going to find out who has the answer to this series very soon. There's one more game remaining. And this team that's going to win is going to secure their ticket to the playoffs. If you want to find out which team that's going to be, you're going to have to stick around until after the break. We'll be right back.
Everyone in this room is good in.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I don't.
La, la, da, da, da.
Why don't you stay with me?
Oh, I know that one, yeah. I mean, that's Stay With Me. That's easy.
Cause you're
All I need. I know that one. Okay, alright.
А, ну это Stay, я не знаю, Hurts, по-моему, поет, да? Hurts, Stay.
I can't remember his name. Sam.
Слушайте, я считаю, что я догадал.
I know the song, but I don't know the name.
Okay, I got one. He is a good singer.
Like your da 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 da. Laugh when you like.
Не имею ни малейшего представления.
Absolutely no idea.
Oh.
And I check it twice.
Наверное, песня называется Check It Twice. Боже мой.
Is it Michael Jackson?
Back my love.
Зачем вы заставляете этих это слушать?
Back my
I have no idea for the last one. I think I'm just too distracted by his suit.
I think that was Billie Jean. I'm not too sure. It was some sort of Michael Jackson. Interesting stuff, Bafik.
Хуже, чем реклама с крутящимся бафиком, вот, но очень даже ничего. Я считаю, что я одну из 3 отгадал. Это достойный результат. Поздравляю себя с этим. Спасибо. Спасибо.
Electronic Sports Games returns with a new season, the largest championship among national teams in the history of esports. Dota 2, Hearthstone, CSGO, StarCraft 2, enter right now.
One game remaining as an obstacle to get to the playoffs. Elimination matches of the group, so there's still a chance for that other team, but you kind of don't want to have to play tomorrow. You want to be able to sit back and relax and watch your potential opponents play. So one more game. We're in game 3, down, and we're going to talk about game 3 because we've seen both of these teams win. We've seen both of these teams have success earlier today as well. But what is the true way for these teams to win?
Jungle.
And these two players, Z-Freak, Roger, they play very, very aggressive on their jungle heroes. So you're saying jungle, but it's not actually jungle. We have one out.
There goes jungler number 1.
And there it is. All right, all right. Hope Complexity has an answer for that one.
What do they get here? Doom and
it's time
Doom Mirana.
It's time to place my bets on Na'Vi. They have the jungler Doom.
Yeah. We've seen the Doom, we've seen
CM Mirana. Mirana is pretty good.
Those are the two that I was thinking, but they still stick with their Shaker. And what's the secondary one? The
Shaker,
Puck. Puck overall is just good versus Enchantress anyway.
Magic
you have
Burst.
Magic Burst, yeah. And you're
so you don't need a Dagon.
Eventually, maybe.
Okay.
Sure, but you know you're gonna see the Veil picked up as well because he has a Shaker. So
then you get a Dagon.
Yeah. And I love the way when Complexity picks the Puck too because we don't know where it is. Well, I've seen them run it safe lane. So
do they do it on all 3 players?
All 3. Or they
the lane, but not the player.
Not the player, yeah, just the lane.
But Mu doesn't play the hero.
No, but it is Limp's one of his signature heroes. If you're thinking
that
about Limp, it is going to be Tiny first, Puck second.
He's like one of the spell casting mid. He plays all these spell casting heroes very well. Puck Tiny.
He's gotten like very good at his laning though overall from what I've seen. Like he's hit that 9K. I rarely see him like.
The pool. Barrider could be really good here.
Did ban Weaver, has it been all the games? All 3? Or was it just 2 of them that we saw?
We had a Weaver let through a previous game.
So when they have Enchantress, they banned
but the game before that, they banned it, yeah.
Double attack and it's hard to move on, but the double attack is usually quite slow.
Is there a chance where they run Enchant Clock as both their supports and they pick a bat? Is it possible just to run over the lanes? Because like fighting the 2 best heroes against, let's still Juggernaut against the bat. So that he doesn't have kill potential on you and you have kill potential on him.
I think Cole might take the bat, right?
Maybe.
Because of those 2 bans, the Ember...
Nyx is still there. And I mean, obviously NS, but I think teams are going to stay away from NS here.
Why? It's been first pick in so many games. Why
yeah,
is why all of
it seems like it doesn't work with what? Like Na'Vi picks clear and team fight hero.
Yeah, wave fight and team player.
Alright.
Wave fight and team player. That was good. That was good stuff right there. It's been a long day.
It has been a long day.
Wave clear and team fight. There we go.
Now, then you're going to be revealing more about what that Puck is
doing.
Yeah,
the thing is like if they pick Bat Rider, they have Bat, Puck, Earthshaker. It means that they're building into a composition where they have to pick a very big hero, like a big carry, like AM kind of morphling kind of hero.
Yeah. Not their style usually, no. But it is a very good bat already versus Enchantress and Clockwork. You know, magic damage versus the Ench. You can fly out of the cogs, of course.
What needs to happen for Complexity to have a good Visage game? Because that hero still in the pool is one of
get wrecked in the lane.
No, they're going for a different type of dragon.
Okay, so
I know Visage is not a dragon.
So that's their support. Okay, so that's their support hero.
That's a Wyvern too.
It is a Wyvern.
they don't run. Yeah, Z-Freak played the Wyvern.
Z-Freak played it the last time.
You're confusing
They have played. They have played it in
another
official games.
Yeah, another game.
Yes. In their qualifier games, I have seen Moo play it, and he really likes playing the hero because Ice. So it's going to be the Clockwork on general.
So Clockwork Clockwork off lane, Oracle plus Ench dual support, pretty strong early.
But Cole insta snags the CK. That's really good versus the Clockwork in lane because you can Enchantress.
Enchantress is good.
About early game.
Enchantress is going to be weak later, but early I think he's still going to be okay against the CK.
Oracle, Huskar, the Seneko.
Why is he so happy about that? Does he have something good for it?
I mean,
is he ready for it?
CK.
They got CK.
He's really good against Huskar.
Yeah. And they've got Wyvern too, so they can...
They can save people that can jump.
Yeah. And they're Puck to silence against what Cole has.
Yeah, I definitely have to.
Unless they can come up with some last pick that's like super good.
Wyvern's also pretty good versus Huskar too, like in the with the Q with the Arctic Burn. It's pretty.
Don't worry, Oracle can remove it.
Yeah, can remove it.
Fortune's End. Good spell. So Na'Vi does not have the last pick this time, so they have to pick Danny's hero before.
For him.
They need like a hero that can deal with illusions though, like Tinker, like this kind of hero, like maybe a Zeus pick, like something that can kill the illusions. Right now, these 4 heroes, they do not kill illusions. They literally do nothing to him.
I feel like they need something that's gonna be.
I mean, if you have a Tinker or Zeus or something that can deal with illusions.
Maybe the Tinker, but their team fights.
They don't have. They don't have team fight.
Their team fight's like pretty bad right now.
That's really
yeah,
good.
the lanes are strong. But the thing that we were talking about was, you know, wave clear and team fight, and they don't have either at all. So that's
Lina makes up for that maybe a bit?
Stick with the
still
Lina.
go with the Lina, okay.
Lina's decent against the illusion.
Brace as well.
One thing good you see from Na'Vi here is like they're sticking to their guns.
Yeah.
They're not phased, even after losing like 1 game against Call, they're still going to do what they think is good for the
What's
team.
Cole's last hero? They've decided. We still don't know exactly what their roles are on Cole. But their hero pick is definitely decided.
I just want to use that last time to talk through the plan. But what is that last pick going to be? There it is. Nature's Prophet.
Here's the Nature's Prophet again.
You don't sound convinced, Winter.
It's okay. It's a good hero. I don't know about the Huskar this game. That's my bigger concern here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really crazy about it. The CK pick I think is gonna do work.
I mean, it's like a Na'Vi kind of draft. They draft like that, very aggressive and very risky. So, but I don't really like it this time. I think I prefer. I'm on the NA train.
All right. I mean, I'm not even gonna ask.
NA, no, not anybody. Huskar game personally.
All right, let's find out how Na'Vi is going to use that Huskar to their benefit. It is over to Capitalist and Blitz for the last game of the day.
That's right. They don't have to play any matches tomorrow on the day of death. But it seems like our panel is kind of feeling like Na'Vi kind of shot themselves in the foot right now with their draft. No fans of the Huskar there.
But never count on Huskar at the same time. He exists in like these 2 zones at once. He's like
simultaneously a terrible hero that wins games.
In the lanes, Huskar, Roshan, game over, go next. But in this case, there is no next.
All right.
Are
so
you not
very
believing?
execution based. Fit like they got Chaos Knighted. They already had Wyvern. I think Earthshaker's not bad versus Huskar as well because he gets the Enchant Totem hit, right? Heavy amount of physical damage there.
Yeah.
So what we're doing, and it didn't really matter what the draft was.
I thought I was going to say something like really genius, and I realized it was just like the stupidest
nothing
thing ever.
there?
I was going to say like with Huskar drafts, you either win or you lose. But it's like with Huskar drafts, it's either you win the early game and the mid game, because this hero does not go well late game.
Yeah.
Like he gets kited very easily, he falls off, he builds very mid game heavy. You're going to have a tough time.
All right, so I'll extrapolate on your brilliance.
Because everyone gets
So you're going to win until you lose, and if you end up losing, you lose.
Yeah.
All right, great stuff.
It doesn't make sense when I say it out loud.
A momentum-based hero.
Yes, by far.
Cannot afford to lose the early game, and he's got to dominate the mid game and end this game fast.
Yeah, you got to kill a lot of fools and then become the Terminator.
In complex.
He's very tanky. He's a very free way to go high ground as well. Not easy to kill at all. He comes with a stun. He's one of the few carries that are actually useful with the stun.
Yeah.
Think about the other carries that have a stun, like Wraith King.
Thing that Na'Vi are limited in any way.
I don't think so. I think that with Lina, Oracle, at least in the early game, they're going to be somewhat okay. It's when it gets really late that things get really scary.
Yeah.
Because we did not talk about that, and that is
I mean,
definitely
that's
not
natural,
how you
right? That's what happens every Dota game. I figured it wasn't a big deal, so I didn't bring it up.
Oh, really?
Oh, you thought it was a big deal? I saw this coming a mile away.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Even though...
Listen, series is 3 games, Will.
Yes,
you can't really
that's
get too locked in on one game.
A series, technically, in a tournament is like, it's like 20 games combined. So you got to be thinking about the next level on top of the next level.
I'm not going to... Anyway, so what is the deal with this?
Okay, I think it's because the Wyvern has a very good time against this lineup. Especially if you give this core Wyvern some farm, the percentage-based damage is going to be very good against the Huskar. For his ultimate, that's going to counter this Oracle Huskar combo pretty decently. And I think all in all, it's a very good game for Winter Wyvern core.
So did you watch the Ice 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 Winter Wyvern when he was... I did not think the Winter Wyvern offlane was spectacular.
You didn't?
No, I didn't. But if they're putting it in this 1v1, I think that really helps things quite a lot because I think it's so important for this Winter Wyvern to have a... He's going to be able to fly into the trees, Cogsburn, and he's good.
Okay, he's got 50 HP, 1 mana.
General is slow and he's stuck inside his cogs. There's no
early boots and just ran at him. And I really like Mu lately in these one-on-one matchups, especially that Beastmaster. He played that so well, but General is getting the better of him. The Furion support.
Yeah, you guys ran the Furion support, or support Tidehunter, sorry.
Support
and
Tide.
Cord Furion, sorry.
The other way around, but I'd imagine it's okay. You're pretty annoying around the lanes. You have normally your 5 position or your 4 position.
So you really have to make up for that.
Doesn't really need a lot of farm to do a lot.
Yeah. So you kind of have to make up for it in the laning phase and being able to abuse teleport.
Yes. And Puck plus Nature's Prophet is a lot stronger of a combination than the Razor plus Nature's Prophet was, especially against his Lina. They can burst him down pretty quickly. Dendi doesn't have tangos either. Of course he can.
What do you think of Dendi as a mid laner?
Dendi?
A former mid laner yourself.
He farms very well. Like, especially in the mid game. Hold that thought as bottom. Chessie gonna get gone on, but perfect.
Got the little path there, but the treants will be there. Easy kill.
He,
First blood, actually. Didn't even realize we hadn't had a kill yet.
Okay, so extrapolating on Dendi, I think in the past they did this thing where they're giving him more and more one-on-one matchups that I think benefits his type of style. He's playing more of this split push, farm around the map. He's being more of a threat than he's ever been. Especially with this lineup, I think it was important for Dendi to have he can just throw a lot of different styles at you. He's got these comfort heroes that he's very good with. And on top of that, his team is just gelling. I think Crystallize was kind of the missing piece in the equation. Same with Roger. Like these 2 additions especially, and Na'Vi as well. I think all of these things combined are what's allowing Dendi to shine lately.
For the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm watching the old Dendi.
Yes.
You know, he's playing more aggressive heroes. He's playing Gimme, right? Yeah. That's a throwback, obviously, but
you need a good team around you to look good.
Yeah.
Some people stand out because that's the style of the game, but game resumes.
Fair, and looking at the CS, oh god, that hurts. 5-0 for our Huskar.
Yeah, this is exactly what you need to do against the Huskar. You need to limit the amount of farm that he can have. Ruin his game, fight. And this aggro tri-lane of Nature's Prophet, Earthshaker, and Chaos Knight has been wildly successful. And Roger made that rotation early, wasn't successful.
Asher, as well as Snako rooting in. They have no stuns.
And he's
missed out on the coil?
Oh, that would have been...
That's an easy kill if he gets it.
That's a very easy kill. Walk away and say, all right, cool. Sometimes you get those freebies. You don't ask questions.
Yeah,
you just take them.
You just take those free wins. Chessie, but he still has the root coming in from the Oracle. A little bit of extra damage. Healed up, but it's not enough to outdo the Burning Spear.
Thought that he would at least attempt to stick there. That would have been an extra...
Stuns, obviously, and this hero gets the Sprout, but it's outside of the range of tower. Z-Freak is going to have to run into the trees and not get juked down here.
Here you go.
And he's too fast.
Your big movement.
He's too fast.
Oh, it was that Limp had a DD, so I thought if anything we were going to miss a Limp kill on a Dendi, but...
Crystallize, slow down.
So a rebuttal kill that was sorely needed for complexity. At the same... Yeah.
And it looks like a Winter Wyvern rotating bottom. They're going to leave the Furion up here for a little while. Why didn't they do this from the beginning?
I think they really like the aggro try.
Yeah.
They're a really big fan of this. It was going so successfully, even if the other 2 lanes are just whatever.
Apparently, to be able to get that melee attack.
Meanwhile, at bottom, they committed a lot for this, and they're going to get the creep. Maybe? Okay, they do.
With the Winter Wyvern here, and now Puck actually comes.
Huskar's supposed to go. It's going to be top, but he's not going to be too happy about being forced up here either. As his net worth...
Mid lane.
Oh,
attempts here.
Limp as
top lane. We're going to go for a dive here, but Moose here, as well as Z-Freak. So General wrapped himself behind, thought he was going to be able to go for a hookshot kill. Instead, has to go for a TP out.
No, sir. Right?
I mean, surely Chaos Knight has built a one, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't have it completed. He opted to go for treads first, or at least the... I don't think so. I feel like that was a fresh purchase. Yeah. That would have been weird if he...
Oh. Hook shot in with Crystallize nearby if they can actually lock down Chessie.
This is an arcane
route. He actually tries to use the Reality Grab to jump. The Burning Spear will finish him off. Still a 2-for-1. Space for Dendi, though, to push in against that mid tower again.
Yes. That Tango did not save him. Oh, that would have been so clutch if it did. Because he can just spam out the lane. He's got a lot of attack speed. That's what made her so popular in the first place. Kind of coming back a little bit as Limp.
Top lane, free Oracle kill.
Yeah, and net worth lead in favor of Complexity, but a lot of this comes from the fact that both supports on the side of Na'Vi are just so poor. But you don't really need that much
Wrap
farm on
around.
Oracle.
General goes in with a hook shot on it. A lot of damage there. Managed to get the root follow-up. Centaur stun. General should be able to get the extra damage or finish him off. Help with Seneko. Secures the kill.
Even get a Sanaya on the creep. And they're chasing for this. Limp is up here too. He's got a regen root deep, but coiled up looks just fine.
Really good zoning cogs here. Kyle would need a brilliant Fisher to block General in, and Dendy there's no way they take that fight.
Yeah, not at all. Pretty close to his armlet, but just completes it right now. Armlet timing is all right, not the best. Considering his laning phase, it's actually pretty decent.
Crystal underneath the tower. Looks like they'll still be able to get away. Dendy's going to drop real low from that last little nuke, and they are going to be able to catch him with the Reality Rift. Pull back the Clockwork. And top lane getting pushed in by the Furion at the same
Have to be at these fights. His team is going to win the fights for him, and he's going to pressure the other side of the map as well. And Complexity, they do have the type of lineup that can fight 4-on-5 for quite some time.
Yeah.
Just so that you can place wards in the enemy jungle and make them farm a little bit more unsafe.
6-6, 12 minutes in. A 3,000 gold lead for Huskar. Has been MIA for quite some time. Shut down too much in the laning phase. Had to recover a lot of farm in his jungle.
He's still Huskar though. He'll deal a lot of damage. He'll be very annoying. He'll do Huskar. This cap is, he wants to prevent that kind of Lina playstyle that Dendy had in the past, where he could just split push and up and top. Clockwork Hook goes in. Nature's Prophet likely
can get that Sprout this time around. Does manage to push General out of the cogs.
Being taken, but Complexity, they immediately know, and this is a big one. Roshan's at about half HP, but Crystallize is getting low. They do have the Oracle ulti. Now the question is Na'Vi
to Wyvern.
And Moo should TP for this right now.
Yeah, as they start going into the pit, they're going to block him out from this path, but they don't have their full 5 just yet. In fact, they only have
Limp's
3 members here. Limp is immediately getting blown up by the Laguna Blade. Gets extra heal out of that Q, so he's going to be able to live through that one. Finishes off the Furion. Moo doesn't have anything left in the tank, so he's also going to be chased away, potentially dying here as Roger has the damage, maybe able to finish him off, but Moo gets to so far. Oh, there's the extra one. They get the Dendy as well.
Moo just doing this fight so well right now. The Puck's TPing in too.
He's going to be able to complete that boost to travel TP, finish off Roger. What was a 2 for 3 is now.
This is going to be the point of concern right now for Complexity, if he can steal this, and he's gonna go for it.
In
he goes.
Oh, Aegis is out. Who's gonna pick it up? It's on the ground. Somebody pick it up. He gets it.
Oh my!
General grabs the Aegis. Gonna have to throw out the coil just to make sure they do manage to get that kill, but the damage is done.
The timing on that was so perfect by General. A very worthwhile death as he manages to snatch that Aegis. That would have been a huge one for Complexity. Snatch. It took a really long time.
Yeah, it did.
They all had items. Nobody picked it up.
You'd think it would be a lot faster since you have backpack now, too.
Yeah, that was weird just because both teams weren't able to leaving that for his team, making it very difficult for Na'Vi to just go back in.
So why the medallion? Is everyone just loving medallion right now on the
cool
Nature's
right
Prophet?
Yeah,
what if
Roger's
dead. Probably.
Yeah, okay, there we go. It's always a question just because
Enchantress is so...
Yeah. It's really awkward, but they're going to grab the tier 1 on top of this, and Na'Vi... I mean, that looked...
Allow the TP to complete. That's got to feel bad for Na'Vi.
Yeah, if they had the heroes, and if Dendy doesn't get stunned there, because Kyle is such a low level, he just respawned, came back in.
Yep.
That's what's coming to the fights. That bottom wave was being shoved in as well.
Play with his team a lot more.
Yeah. So this last game, or the first game, it cost Complexity a lot to make this maneuver. When they shoved in this top wave, Dendy was just farming the entire time, pushing it out himself.
Kyle's going to start working on his Blink Dagger. His brother's helping him out right now. Helping him clear through some neutrals. Or maybe not.
I think it's the other way it happened. Dendy at some point might build a Bloodthorn, but unlikely overall. Same with the Enchantress. You're going to negate most of this physical damage. It's going to be very good for you. Probably the best.
7,000 gold. They're losing out on map control as well. You've already said this is not a great Huskar game. You said they start losing, they're going to lose the Huskar game. Well, they're losing the Huskar game. So what do we do to turn things around?
Hookshot flies in at bottom. To perfectly coordinate this, I think the best way to do it is Clockwork has to cogs him on the way out of the phase shift and try to catch him that way. But it's going to be pretty difficult to be able to grab him. And that's why we see him at the top of the net worth chart, because he's being way below in net worth. 5th in this game, even behind this Moo Winter Wyvern, who doesn't have that much farm.
Seneko is behind Crystallize, but Limpet's going to find him first. The T-Freak.
That's a Solar Crested Nature's Prophet. He's not worried at all. He actually didn't take any of those hits.
What happened? No, I mean, he was taking damage.
Yeah, but he only got hit from the ulti. The Fire Spirits didn't land. Oh, and the Clockwork Cogs play. I'm almost certain that he didn't have the Burning Spears on because he didn't have any of the charges.
Not having the. I watched his HP tick, tick, tick. That's not how the ultimate works.
Maybe he was silenced, man. I don't know.
I catch Z-Freak. Round 2. Burning Spears is on. Z-Freak is taking damage from that one. He will die as a result.
Damn, you were right, man.
Woo. I was right on what? Burning Spears not being on or the ultimate?
Dendi doesn't actually get the last hit. That's going to go to Seneko, who doesn't really need the gold. That's the weird part, is that Oracle doesn't really need gold in a game like this, but he's going to last hit some items like Glimmer Cape or Force Staff as they make the jump in.
Phantasm, this is the turnaround.
You are not
Jesse, this is why we like the Chaos Snipers.
Seneko doesn't, he can't get his false promise off.
Can't get anything off.
But the circumstances are wildly different, mainly because your Clockwork has a really hard time contesting any of these cores, and he has fallen so far behind in farm. But Clockwork without kills, what are you supposed to do?
Yep, this hero falls off so quickly.
Yeah, and
as
Kyle,
a core especially.
He's going to get his Blink Dagger a full 12 minutes faster.
So when you're 14,000 net worth ahead as a team, some of that is going to trickle down to Kyle.
And Na'Vi fights, and Na'Vi, from the looks of it, hasn't really said anything to each other, and not a lot has to be said. They're losing a Huskar game in the mid game. Things are pretty rough right now. They've got to get some good pick off
down here.
Nice.
Good pick for Na'Vi.
They needed that.
Yeah.
Oh, they needed that so bad. And Moo immediately apologizes. He's like, guys, I really shouldn't have died. I've got Force Staff against Clock. And I've got the ability to fly.
Thanks.
I don't think it makes that big of a difference at all.
Well, the Blink Dagger, huge pickup.
Yeah. His inability to really set up kills. I mean, the top one was the first one in a while, but the CK just turned.
A build on Winter Wyvern? I haven't seen the hero clicked on.
I don't know. He's got Hurricane Pike now.
Oh, yeah, you got. Oh, yeah, the Hurricane Pike.
Okay, up at top. Coil's going to connect. Chessy, smoke breaks. Doesn't know. They're going to make this push up at top, and Crystallize just farming neutrals, trying to get whatever farm he can get. As Limp now finds him, he's got a D.
Well, Chessy here to help clean things up and complexity. I mean, I think these are all just like minor things that kind of help them out right now. They're happy with these kills.
Minor, dude. I just looked at anything. The pickoffs aren't easy, even with the Shadow Blade. Complexity is very prepared for this. They've got a bunch of sentries in their own jungle. They're waiting for Denny to make these aggressive moves. They've already caught him off once.
Not gonna find anything though.
And they're all up here right now. They're really desperate for a fight. Limp though, he's got Boots of Travel on cooldown, so this might sort of be an opportunity. But if they don't deal with this puck with Boots of Travel, is that he can play this kind of style. Watch bottom right now. If nobody goes there in like 2 seconds, Limp's gonna say, guys, nobody's up there.
But maybe Dendy's initiation is too fast. There goes the Hurricane Pike pushing to Wyvern. Completely stops that one. Crystallize is still going to die in the trees, it looks like. And it looks like Roger may die as well. Limp, meanwhile, throws out the coil.
Limp didn't even bother showing. He's that confident that his team is Prophet, who's building a Silver Edge to counter the Huskar right now. They're just pushing in, not even waiting for Roshan.
Chessy, all right, jumping right on it, General. We get that quick and easy kill. You have to wonder how they're possibly going to make the comeback. Or even just be able to stall this game at all as Complexity look more than strong enough to be able to take this tier 3.
Yeah, their cores are so strong right now. Chessy fears nothing. They can go forward, they can claim the Shrine, they can go for this Roshan. They're going to say, Na'Vi, come fight us. See what you can do. End the game for us.
Shadow Blade?
Too far ahead, so you need these items that just lead into something else. Like these mini items, the Shadow Blade's going to be very effective, especially since Na'Vi, the vision gain's going to suffer a little as they're going to run into Kyle here.
Okay, that's a great hero to run into with the Clock. Not just going to be caught inside the Sprout. No way out of that one either, while Limp goes ahead, chases down the Clockwork, gets a dang on him. Oh,
gonna
they're
get
actually going to
stunned
turn on
Vision.
the Limp, but it looks like that is enough to be able to finish him off. The Fisher just not there in time.
He's going to get chased down too.
Oh no, Chessy has the Blink Dagger advantage and the movement speed. They just need to be able to get the stun, stop the TP just
barely
in
gets
time. You heard the completion of the TP there.
Even laying down the Echo. Crystallize buys back, but you don't have Dendy for a little bit. They don't even bother going for the top racks. They are so confident in this game right now. They can do whatever they want. They've climbed the shrine.
Maelstrom now complete for the Winter Wyvern. A heart, very close to being picked up by our Chaos Knight. I usually feel like heart is where the Chaos Knight enters like late game territory.
Yeah.
The clap, the frenzy builds faster and faster as Na'Vi approach their doom.
24K lead at 27 of the game. They know that this is the last objective that they can possibly fight around.
And Lim's keeping tabs on it. He threw the orb.
And Na'Vi, they might try to sneak it, but Complexity also realized this is the last objective in the game that they go for.
Running in, but Crystallize is still in big trouble. Chessie's already on top of him. Kyle lays an enchant totem on top of him as well. They turn to Roger. Crystallize is still going to be able to full up HP, but GG is called before the fight even ends. They know
it.
Group. They are now top 4 guaranteed for their Star Ladder Minor. They don't play until Sunday, and they are looking damn fine.
Dude, Na'Vi, who's been doing very well, top 2 in the CIS scene, and they beat Newbie, the best team in the Chinese that the Chinese has to offer.
Yep.
Second to TI. Are you kidding me? NA fanboy, that's just crazy if any team does that.
That is absolutely crazy, and it's even crazy to think it's not that Complexity. You know, it's always interesting to see these qualifiers in an upcoming season and see, like, all those qualifiers. They're the only one they won.
But we do have an interview coming up.
Yep. That's going to be with, you got Chessie up there? Coming up soon.
Chessie up there. And he was so confident. Remember after that? And he's, like, skipping, and he's waving to us, trying to get our attention. He's like, dude, we're going to win. I was like, you sure? Like, did we watch the same game?
I was like, you guys just played, like, I was thinking, you just played such a fast game against Na'Vi, and they...
When how you decided to use Nature's Prophet as a support?
I mean, Seafric has always been a big fan of Nature's Prophet, and since every single player on our team can play...
So it was totally an experiment. Has he tried this hero already, at least in pop games? I mean, Winter Wyvern.
Excuse me, what did you say?
Has he tried Winter Wyvern before? Question, is it hard to play when the whole crowd is cheering for Na'Vi, or it motivates you to do it better?
I want to say that it's definitely a plus to have a home crowd like this on your side. Like, I would like to have that on our side sometime too.
Thank you and congratulations, and we are going back to the panel.
Complexity has punched their ticket to the playoffs. They'll join Liquid there. And Na'Vi, they're going to have to go to the lower bracket of their group as they get knocked down here by Complexity. What a game. This was just Complexity. Actually, the first game was a little bit back and forth.
Yeah, I think this one, from the draft we were kind of talking about, if Na'Vi doesn't come out great in the lanes with this Enchantress Huskar, it's going to be doing decent in the lanes when you're playing versus a Nature's Prophet jungle. They're just going to become further and further ahead. General put his heart out in this game. He was everywhere trying to make the plays. You see him bottom of the...
You know.
Safe lane Wyvern coming to your pubs.
Oh no.
I mean, it's already happening a lot, like in C pubs.
In C pubs.
Yeah, a lot of people are trying out it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, though, I mean, this game. I mean, were you like from the get-go like this is not gonna happen?
I think if they got the rush, they of course have a better chance. It's just that's the nature of a Huskar draft. You need to get that first Roshan. But yeah, Splinter Blast as well as the Arctic Burn, they can just keep that fight going for such a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, they pretty much have 2 heroes, like with the bots and the Prophet. They pretty much have 2 heroes that can actually get anywhere on the map. The Puck just spots in, and you know they have like 2 additional heroes anytime.
Very optimistic Huskar Oracle.
Yeah.
Pick.
It's very difficult for them to execute it very well this game. Everything that was stacked against them, and General had so much to do this game.
This one was where a lot of it turned around, though. They go for this type of gank here with General. It just
I think
gets
he
turned
missed
around
the
on.
hook here, right? He mixed for like maybe 2 to 3 seconds. He still got the cogs, but they were closer to the tower, so it resulted in 2 of them dying.
This fight, like, the Fissure even misses, and look, Limp, I'm pretty sure, just dies right away, and the fight still is...
At the end of the fight, Limp comes back and still helps helps this fight go the way of...
Just look at the Wyvern in this was ridiculous. I mean, Winter were like, oh, this Huskar's dead, and then, oh, boom, he's still alive somehow. We were like, wait, what? But just the continuous nukes coming out from Mu was definitely the clear-cut thing. They chase him. I feel like this was maybe a little bit of an over-chase here by Na'Vi. They get turned around.
Could they have actually finished the Rosh after that?
I think they may have actually... I don't know. It was still kind of healthy, right? It still had over
it was
a
like,
third.
yeah, I think it had like...
yeah, it's still over a third HP.
But at this point, look, Puck is already back, you know?
Yeah.
Down goes Roger because there's a Dagon. Or not yet at that point, but he still goes down. He did get a Diagon eventually, by the
He
way.
enchanted the creep too, and he still finished the bots on it.
Oh.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I actually saw that.
That was bizarre.
Maybe it doesn't stop. It's like morphing, you know, when you enchant the morphing replicate,
you can still jump.
He can still jump to it.
Yeah, there has to be some kind of interaction.
Took Complexity a while to pick up the ages, obviously, with the battery salt, perhaps. I don't know, just annoying them.
I mean, you see general play his heart out, but
this is why we said the Huskar was really bad against. Like,
he was trying to make his team come back in it, but just unable to versus the sheer power from Complexity.
It's more like a strategic win this game, like a strategy win, like draft win.
Yeah. If we were to pick an MVP, who would we go for?
In the fights, but
I think the whole team like played really well.
I mean, sure. I mean, yeah. But if you have to pick one, I mean, you could give it to Kyle if you wish.
Actually, Kyle did play super well.
Yeah, because it's a draft.
No, it was very impressive. Kyle, I think this was one of his best Earthshaker performances, in my opinion, too. He got the Arcane Boot super early this game. He even got a Blink Dagger at a very good timing.
And the decision, which I felt was very good. Gave them a really good lead over the Huskar early.
Yeah, they were winning, what, 2 out of 3 of their lanes?
we talk about the jungle, but the Prophet actually didn't start in the jungle. He went to the lane and he started with boots. Team player Prophet.
If you're Navi, I mean, you'd rather lose a draft loss than a gameplay loss, right?
Yeah, I think that
seems more fixable.
I do think that Navi overall.
The way they keep picking certain heroes, and it shows that how much they believe that this is how we're gonna play, and we're really good at it. We're just gonna proceed with our plan.
Yeah, and they had some as well, but nice Winter Wyvern on the safe lane, I want to say. I mean, it was.
He's improved a lot, though. I was telling Fogg that how much I was really impressed by him at this event. Like Beastmaster game, like his Wyvern game, he's playing so many different heroes that like it's really good. Like for a captain, where your offlaner plays so many different things that you can just like, if I don't get this, I'll be.
Perspective on the game. Like I know that build you were saying it's the Ice build, going for like the Maelstrom and stuff afterwards with the Hurricane Pike, but just his item builds in general on his heroes, you wouldn't see other people doing that. We talked about the Dominator, Force Staff, Medallion, Beastmaster build. It's just great to see.
I've seen Medallion Beastmasters, Dominator Beastmasters, but I haven't seen like Medallion, Helm, Force Staff, and then bots BK and the drums.
Yeah.
He's a drums guy, you know.
He's a drums guy. They're drums team, as you mentioned already. Indeed, I mean it was impressive play all around. We can take a look at the brackets as that concludes today. Don't worry, the groups are not yet done. There's a lower bracket to be played out. So Complexity, they don't have to play lower bracket. They are already in the playoffs. Great. One more team from Group B will join them. Newbie versus Secret will be happening tomorrow, and then the winner of that will face Na'Vi. And we can take a look at Group A quickly as well, because Group A is also happening tomorrow, finishing tomorrow. We're going to first see Vici Gaming versus Mineski. That is actually going to be our first series of the day tomorrow. And then SG versus the winner of that. And the groups will alternate. So first going to be Vici Mineski, then Secret Newbie, then SG versus the winner, etc., etc. So 4 series tomorrow.
Fun day.
We can get a rematch of Secret Na'Vi too.
We can get a rematch of Secret Na'Vi. I would love that. And we are also losing 4 teams, much to the joy of Fogged.
Yay.
You said you were looking forward to that. That's your
Elimination day is always the best.
Only 2 teams of each group move forward to the playoffs, and then on Sunday we're going to have a single elimination bracket with those 4 teams. But for today, this was it. Now tomorrow, I already mentioned 4 best of 3s. That means we're starting earlier than we did today. And for CEST time, that is 9 a.m. For us, we're starting at 10 a.m. You can do the calculation yourself about where, you know, what time we're starting on your end of the world. But thank you so much for tuning in. We'll hope to see you back tomorrow. Shout out once more to Twitch TV, which is our broadcasting partner. And for now, from StarLadder I-League Invitational, confusing there, we'll wish you a good night.
World Electronic Sports Games returns with a new season, the largest championship among national teams in the history of esports. Dota 2, Hearthstone, CSGO, StarCraft 2, and $5.5 million at stake. European finals will be held in marvelous Barcelona from the 22nd to the 26th of November. Win your slot in the finals of the World Championship. Register right now.